Trump breaking news. Trump vs. Harris 2024 polls. Trump leads first major survey in weeks by 1 point. The New York Times/Siena College survey shows former President Donald Trump leading Vice President Kamala Harris by 1 point for the first time since early August, interrupting Harris's record of major polling wins in a close presidential contest. Trump led Harris 48% to 47% among likely voters in a Times/Siena poll taken September 3 to 6, matching the former president's 1-point lead 6 weeks earlier. This was one of Trump's first major pollster leads since Fox News found him up 50% to 49% in early August. Harris was up by 2 points, 47% to 49%, in a September 3 to 4 Emerson College survey of likely voters, a slight decline from her 4-point lead in Emerson's August poll. She led Trump by 2 points in a September 1 to 3 Economist/YouGov survey, consistent with results from a week earlier. An Ipsos/ABC News poll performed August 23 to 27 found Harris with a 50% to 46% advantage among registered voters and a 52% to 46% lead among likely voters, unchanged from 2 weeks earlier, margin of error 2 points. An Outward Intelligence survey of 2,191 likely voters from August 25 to 29 found the vice president ahead by more than 5 points in both two-way, 52.6% to 47.4%, and five-way, 49.5% to 44%, matchups with third-party candidates. Harris led Trump 47% to 45% if third-party candidates were included, or 48% to 47% head-to-head in a Wall Street Journal poll released August 29, marking the first time in over a year Trump has trailed in a journal survey. A month earlier, Trump had a 49% to 47% head-to-head edge. In Quinnipiac's first poll of likely voters, Trump and Harris split independents 45% to 45%, with Harris's 49% to 47% lead. In a head-to-head race, Harris's lead shrinks to 49% to 48%. A Suffolk/USA Today poll taken August 25 to 28 found the vice president leading Trump by 5 points, 48%-43%, among likely voters, a huge turnaround from Trump's 41% to 38% lead over President Joe Biden just after Biden's bad debate performance in June. Harris had a 45% to 41% edge in an Ipsos/Reuters poll of registered voters released August 29, above the poll's 2-point margin of error and widening his 1-point lead in late July. A Yahoo News/YouGov poll showed Harris leading Trump by 1 point since the Democratic National Convention, compared to a tie shortly after the Republican National Convention, when Biden remained in the race. Harris leads Trump by 48% to 44% in an August 23 to 25 Morning Consult survey of registered voters, in the group's August 16 to 18 survey before the Democratic National Convention, which ended last week in Chicago. CBS and YouGov .1.4 found Harris having a 51% to 48% edge among likely voters before the DNC. Harris leads Trump by so many points in Real Clear Politics' latest polling average. The weighted average of 538 puts Harris ahead by 3.1 points. Contra. After Biden stepped out, Trump led Harris in at least 8 polls, but most show Harris closing the gap and her approval rating rising since she declared her campaign. A June 26 HarrisX/Forbes online survey had Trump ahead of Harris by 2 points, 47% to 45%. According to an August 14 Monmouth University poll, Democratic enthusiasm has nearly doubled since Harris entered the race, from 46% in June to 85% presently, while Republican enthusiasm has remained constant at 71%. How does Harris perform against Trump in swing states? An August 23 to 27 Bloomberg/Morning Consult survey saw Harris leading Trump by 2 points in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia, the 7 battleground states expected to decide the election. Harris leads Trump in 6 states and ties in Arizona. Contra. Trump campaign pollster Tony Fabrizio projected a short-term rise in polling for Harris as her entry is expected to re-energize Democrats, calling it a Harris honeymoon in a document released following a Reuters Ipsos poll.